Immigration is the beginning of most American citizen stories. Supporting these new Americans is the ethos behind the work of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, also known as LIRS. Since its founding in 1939, LIRS has supported more than 500,000 refugees seeking the American dream, and today it is seeking to change the narrative around immigration. President and CEO Krish O'Mara Vignarajah is leading the charge with a robust media blitz to push back against the idea that immigrants are arriving to take American jobs. This means escaping the echo chamber and engaging media from all sides of the political spectrum. Glenn Beck hosted her in late 2021. Whether on TV, the radio, or in a newspaper, she emphasizes that few immigrants are taking jobs that would otherwise go unfulfilled, and others start their own successful businesses. Nearly 20% of businesses in LIRS hometown Baltimore are immigrant-owned. LIRS media mentions are up tenfold since Krish took the reins, but changing the conversation requires more than just talk. It needs a dedicated team willing to try new things. In 2018, in the midst of a political war on immigrants, LIRS had 70 staff and a budget of $47 million. Today, the nonprofit brings in $210 million in revenue and has 355 staff members around the country, with more joining every day. More staff and resources has allowed LIRS to react swiftly to international crises, like the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and prepare for an influx of refugees. The growth is due in part to an aggressively expanding private partnership program involving businesses to fill the gaps where government funding falls short. Diversifying revenue frees LIRS from the strict requirements of government-funded programs and allows for greater experimentation, like the 6 welcome centers that are entirely privately funded. These one-stop locations are re-envisioning what immigration looks like in the United States. They act as a hub from everything from social services and medical screenings to legal help and employment counseling. And while these welcome centers are off to an incredible start, LIRS still maintains a robust network of local nonprofit affiliates that are embedded in the communities they serve. This adds another layer of resiliency to ensure that immigrants are always being served, even during a downturn. Krish has also prioritized incorporating principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion throughout the organization. The goal is to ensure that LIRS employees reflect the client base. Earlier this year, an influx of immigrants from Afghanistan was met with the hiring of 24 Afghan employees. Successful immigration to the United States is not a process that ends after a few weeks or months. It can take years to complete that journey. LIRS is committed to walking with immigrants during the entirety of their long welcome, from stocking the fridge with food on day one to building a lifelong support network. No matter where you come from, LIRS is dedicated to helping the most vulnerable of us build a home here in the United States.